Hello everyone, myself Jainam Khetani and I am going to present the COA XR based presentation on the topic of virtual memory and address translation. So first of all, let's understand the two terms from very basic. So first term is virtual memory. So what is virtual memory? Let's first understand what is virtual address and what is physical address. So virtual address is created by the CPU and used by program and it is large in size. Whereas the physical address is actual location in the RAM, the physical location in the RAM, and it is generally smaller inside. So let's go for the basic idea. Suppose a system a program runs, the CPU does not directly generate the physical address. Rather, it generates the virtual address. Like we can show here, see here the virtual memory for music player and the virtual memory for video game. So all and they both are mapped through some mapping technique to the physical memory. Physical memory was this is physical memory and this part is virtual memory. So RAM thus translation of virtual memory to physical memory is known as address translation. And virtual memory is a kind of technique that allows a computer to use disk storage as an extra part of physical memory. So let's go ahead with our demonstration. So, yes, here we have our topic virtual memory and address translation. First of all, let's understand. Yes. So this the blue part box is CPU. This is TLB translation look aside buffer. This is page table in orange color. Then we have RAM and disk storage. Disk storage is gray one and RAM is purple one. So we have three cases in our scenario. So first case is TLB hit case. In this case, the address is directly found in the TLB table and is accessed directly through the RAM. In second case, the entry is not found in the TLB, so we have to go to page table. This case is known as TLB miss case. And then the last case, which is very bad for a system, which is known as page fault. When page fault occurs, means it states that the address is not the mapping is not found in TLB, it is not found in page table, and at last we have to go to disk to access it. So let's understand by scenario. We will go with TLB hit the fastest path. Start simulation. So the CPU asks for the data, and the data is found in TLB. We can see here data is found in TLB and then it is directly accessed by CPU to through RAM. Here it is presented frame 2 and this case is known as the TLB hit case and this is the fastest case. In simple word, TLB hit means system already knows where the data is so it directly goes to RAM. This is the fastest case as we stated and the TLB hit reduces memory access time because it avoids a additional page lookup which will come further what is page lookup. Let's go to next TLB miscast. So let's directly go to the simulation. So first of all, the same process will happen. CPU will ask to TLB, but TLB does not have data like in the previous case it had, but here it do not have. Then it asks the page table. So now there are two cases possible. If the page table has that data, then it will come under the second scenario, TLB miscase. If page table doesn't have, then we will look further. It is third case, our page fault case. So here, TLB miscase occurred. Then, then the page table. Yes, let's pause a bit. Then the page table found the actual mapping. Page table 1 to frame 7, and then the page table will go directly to RAM. Here it is frame number 7 and the data will directly be accessed. Then we have our third case, page fault case, and it is the worst case possible. So in this case, let's go through simulation first. Here CPU first of all, it will happen the same scenario that it happened in previous two cases. CPU will ask to TLB, TLB will ask to page table. But what's different from the previous case is here page table also do not have that entry. So what will happen? Page table will ask the disk platter. Disk platter will then share the actual address, and then it will be accessed through RAM. The to reduce this is a very costly, very time-consuming process. So to avoid this, whenever there is a need to access this, that time that data is that address is stored in TLB as well as page table. So let's continue the simulation. Here it goes from TLB to page table. We have a TLB miscache and page table. The data is also not found in page table, so it occurs as page fault cache. Then the data the it asks for directly goes to the RAM, directly goes to the disk. Then the data is found in frame 3 and page table and TLB both are updated. To save, so in future if same data is required, it does not require the use of disk storage. This is the slowest case because disk access is much slower than RAM. Means to access the physical secondary storage is time consuming process. A page fault is costlier because it involves the access of disk. Also, every page fault happens only after TLB miscache. We know there are three cases, but after the TLB miscache, the page fault occurs. But it is not necessary that after all TLB miscache, a page fault will occur. Means, let me clear. So, page fault will occur only after TLB miscache, but it is not necessary that after every TLB miscache, the page fault must occur. So, I hope I have made you understand well about the topic. These are the simulation logs of all the three simulation we tried. Let's first finish the remaining simulation. Yes, done. This is this RAM frame 3 access successfully completed. So it was yes a real life analogy. CPU means student like me. TLB means quick notes. I refer to quick notes just let's have 1 hour before the exam. Then RAM means study table, the actual primary memory, the location, and disk means cupboard where my books might be kept. They are not used daily or frequently. RAM means my study table where I will put the books which are used frequently, which I will access many times. Then we have quick notes that I told you and CPU. So out of these three methods, TLB is the fastest, tiny in size. The TLB miscast is moderate and page fault is it is a worst case. Yes, this is my ID number. The virtual memory translation is done. The CPU received the data it requested. The entire process, TLB check, HTable lookup, and RAM access happens billions of time per second in modern computer. So, virtual memory lets each program think it has its own large address space, while the OS and hardware manage the actual physical RAM efficiently. This is a very practical topic used in modern applications, modern computers. Very important for modern systems. So yes, this was it. Then I hope you understood the topic. Yes, thank you.